Alright, so I'm not gonna waste your time. There's 23 habits on the list. S tier means it works and you must do it if you want to succeed on NoFap. A tier means it works slightly. B tier means it might work for some people in different environments. And C tier means that it just doesn't work. So pretty self-explanatory, and we're gonna get into the video right now with the first habit, which is affirmations. And on my humble opinion, bro, affirmations just has to be S tier. Just absolutely goated for NoFap and overall for everything in life, honestly. The most overpowered thing about affirmations is that it reinforces the identity that you have, right? But keep in mind, I said the identity that you have. So you cannot just say, oh, I'm fucking a billionaire and expect you to be a billionaire, right? You cannot expect to say, oh, I'm fucking Michael Jackson and become Michael Jackson, you know, like it doesn't work like that. But if you are someone who's hardworking and you look at the mirror or whatever, you just write it down, I'm hardworking, then it will basically reinforce the identity that you have, right? If you're like a YouTuber yourself and you say that I'm a sick YouTuber, it will reinforce the identity that I am a sick YouTuber. If you tell yourself that, oh, I'm fucking Mr. Beast, then of course that's not gonna work because you're not Mr. Beast. Alright, next up on the list is a clean environment, and this is, in my opinion, going to be B tier because your environment literally shapes everything. If you're literally too damn lazy to even clean your own room, then that just shows what kind of person you are and your identity. Now, of course, you don't have to fucking paint your walls white or something, like, you know, as long as you keep your room tidy and nice looking, in my opinion, it's definitely B tier. Like, yeah, like it might work, it slightly works, but like it's not gonna make NoFap a walk in the park for you if you just clean your room, you know, so definitely B tier. Alright, so next up on the list is going to be cold showers, and I feel like this is going to be an interesting one, okay? Because if you ask any other fucking NoFap YouTuber, they're gonna put this in S tier, right? Straight into S tier, but I feel like I'm gonna put it in A tier. The reason being, bro, is that cold showers is not going to solve NoFap for you. This is a thing that you have to realize. All it will give you is just like a 5% boost to your NoFap journey. Like, of course, still do cold showers, right? They have great benefits of like skin health and like fucking dopamine, and like you already know, right? Like cold showers, amazing benefits. I personally do them every single day, but for NoFap specifically, I just don't think that they're like the cure-all of like, oh, if you just take 15 cold showers a day, you want like jack off ever, right? Like, sure, it works temporarily, right? If you get like a huge urge and then you go take a cold shower, then yes, it will work, but you have to ask yourself, why are you getting the urge in the first place? If you look at like a random kid on the street, he doesn't get, okay, hopefully he doesn't get urges for porn, right? I have to say hopefully nowadays because you never know, bro. So why do you get the urges? That's what you have to ask yourself, not fucking taking cold showers. Of course, again, cold showers helps, but A tier is all I'm gonna give it. Alright, so next up on the list is eating clean, and this is going to be, yeah, this is just going to be A tier again, because as the old saying goes, you are what you eat, right? So again, for overall health, definitely S tier, right? But for NoFap specifically, I would say yes, a clean diet definitely will help you slightly, okay? It will help you slightly. And as a side note, the best diet, on my humble opinion, has to be the caveman diet, which basically just means raw dairy, red meat, fruits, maybe honey, and eggs. These 5 things, right? If you just eat these 5 things, everything in your body just works. It's fantastic, right? You're getting carbs from the fruit, you're getting vitamins from the eggs, right? And they're getting the protein from the eggs and the meat. So like, this is the perfect diet right here, right? I'm literally gonna, you know, make this shit popular because eating red meat, eggs, fruits, and raw dairy, that's where it's at right now, but that's a side note anyway. Alright, so next up on the list is eating without a screen, and this is going to be B tier, right? Like a humble B tier, because it's going to increase your mindfulness, and more on that later. It's going to increase like how fulfilled you are in life because you're actually fucking tasting the food, right? Instead of just mindlessly eating it, right? So again, it's B tier. It might work. It's not gonna make like a huge difference in NoFap, right? It's gonna give you like 1 to 2% boost, right? It's just overall good to actually fucking taste the food, bro, in terms of just, you know, looking at your screen all the time. Like, I swear, nowadays everyone just eats like a fucking background character, bro. Like, have some fucking color in your life, but that's another topic for another video. Alright, so next up, it's going to be exercise, and just like with cold showers, bro, I feel like this is gonna piss a lot of people off, but it has to go into high A tier. On my opinion, exercise, again, just like cold shower, just like eating clean, it works, it's great, it's amazing, do it for your health, it's very good, but it will not solve NoFap. If you do fucking push-ups every single time you get an urge, or every single time you want to fap, it will solve the problem temporarily, but again, the problem is in the root cause of why you want to fap in the first place. And for me personally, it was actually the other way around. Whenever I came back from the gym, that's when I would always fap more, because of course my mental energy was drained and I just spiked my testosterone levels, you know. So like, of course, bro, I'm not telling you to not exercise, okay? Exercise is great, right? But for me personally, exercise just made it worse because I would always fap after the gym. But again, exercise, great A tier. I have nothing bad to say about it. Alright, so next up is fasting, and that's definitely a solid A tier, right? For me personally, I've never fapped while fasting, because think about it biologically, right? Your body hasn't gotten food for like 15 hours, 16 hours, 14 hours, whatever, right? So of course your body is not, it's not focused on reproducing, of course not, right? Your body is literally focused on getting fucking food, on getting fucking water, right? So this is why for me personally, I've never jacked off while being in a fast, and I definitely do think that fasting is just overall, again bro, everything here that helps with nofap also helps with everything in life, like your health, your mental health, everything, right? So fasting, again, great. It won't solve nofap, but it definitely gives a boost. Alright, so next up is getting a girlfriend, and do I really even need to explain this one, bro? Straight into S tier, bro. Like for me personally, whenever I've had women in my life, the amount of times I relapsed and jerked off just went like this, bro. Because I figured out that the main reason why I personally fapped always was because of loneliness, right? So whenever I had women in my life, like there was no reason to fap, bro. Literally zero reasons to fap. Just having the feminine energy around you just makes such a big difference. So definitely solid S tier, and I don't even think anyone can argue with this one. Alright, so next up is journaling, and this is going to be a solid S tier. Just like with affirmations, journaling just, it reinforces the identity that you have, right? It lets you ask those deep questions of, okay, why do I fap? What do I see in it, right? Also, you can journal to make yourself more creative. You can do gratitude journaling to literally make yourself happier. So overall, journaling as a habit for nofap, for health, for everything, mental health, S tier. Alright, so next up is going to be lack of sleep, and do I even need to explain this, bro? Of course, it's going to be C tier, right? Like lack of sleep literally reduces every single positive thing in your life. Literally anything positive that you can think about, lack of sleep will reduce it. So I don't need to explain this, right? Lack of sleep, definitely C tier. Please, bro, try to get more than 8 hours of sleep per day. I know some people say that, oh, more than 7, but even for me, even for adults, right, I feel like 7 hours really just isn't enough, right? I feel like 8 hours is like the perfect balance, right? And if you're a teenager or if you have a lot of time on your hands, 9 hours is like even better, right? Because like if you have the time, bro, instead of working for an extra hour, instead of fucking jacking off for an hour, you know, playing video games for an hour, literally just go to sleep, bro. Everything in your body will just work better. You'll be healthier, you'll be happier, everything just works if you just sleep more. Alright, so next up is the king of them all, meditation, and definitely a high S tier, bro. Literally the best habit on this list, okay? I don't think there's another habit here that beats meditation personally, right? Meditation does the most overpowered thing that you can ever hope for a nofap. It gives you mental awareness of why you want to fap. Again, bro, with exercise, with cold showers, sure, it fixes the problem temporarily, but as I said, the main question is, why do you want to fap in the first place? And that's what meditation fixes, right? It makes you more aware of your thoughts, and it makes you more aware of, oh fuck, okay, why do I want to fap, right? It improves your mental health, it gives you more mindfulness, it gives you less anxiety, less stress, everything positive, mental related, it like meditation just does for you. So definitely solid S tier. Alright, so next up is going to be a morning routine, and it's going to be a solid A tier, right? Genuinely, your morning dictates how the rest of your day is going to go. For me personally, if I ever woke up late, the chances of me fapping that day would just like go up exponentially, right? I don't know why, I don't know the science behind it, I don't know the reasoning behind it, maybe it's just me, right? But for me, if I ever woke up later than like 9 a.m, the chances of fapping that day was like way higher. Maybe it's a placebo effect because I knew that, oh shit, okay, if I wake up later than 9 a.m, then I'm gonna fap more, so maybe that's it. I don't know. As I said, bro, everything in S tier and A tier helps you with everything else in life, right? So your morning routine is literally just gonna help you with everything else in life also. Now, of course, don't be a dumbass, okay? Your morning routine doesn't have to be fucking 17 hours long. Like, as long as it's like a quick 15 to 20 minute morning routine, in my opinion, that's more than enough. Alright, next up is going to be listening to music. This is definitely a tough one, right? Because it highly depends on the song. If you're listening to fucking degenerate rap music, it's definitely in C tier, maybe even D tier of like, yeah, don't do it, you know? But if you're listening to like, I don't know, something positive, right? It could help with your mental health. And if you ever get the urge, right? If you like, you guys have to realize this, right? The biggest reason why you get an urge is because of usually negative emotions, negative thoughts, right? And you think that, you know, fapping is gonna help with that, right? Listening to a positive song probably helps, right? And of course, I said probably because, you know, this is all theory, right? Like, I have no experience with this, and I have seen basically no anecdotal evidence of anyone saying that, yeah, music helps. So I'm gonna put it into B tier personally, right? Because I feel like it highly depends on the song, bro. If you doubt that it's B tier, then literally just do me a favor, bro, okay? The next time that you get an urge, literally just listen to the fucking Pink Panther OST, bro. Like, literally just listen to the Mr. Bean intro, bro. And if it helps, then let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll put this higher. Alright, so next up is going to be Operation Blackout. I feel like this is definitely high B tier. Basically, 1 hour before bed, you turn off your computer, you turn off your phone, you turn off everything, right? You just maybe journal, maybe you weed, and I feel like this is just amazing, right? Because I found out that most guys actually fap at night, right? For me, this was a huge problem as well. I feel like 90% of guys usually just fap at night. So yeah, I'm gonna bump this into low A tier. Now think about it, because as I said, most guys usually fap at night. So if you could just reduce the amount of distractions that you have by like 90%, then that will definitely help a lot, right? Especially during that 1 hour period, you do something positive like reading or like exercise or something like that, right? Journaling, then definitely low A tier. It definitely will help. Like, of course, don't be a dumbass, okay? Keep the lights on. Don't fucking trip and die, you know, and then someone's gonna come blame me for this. So keep the lights on, you know, and like have like the most necessary electronics around. Other than that, Operation Blackout, very good. Alright, next up on the list is going to be no social media, and this is definitely going into low S tier, right? Like, I feel like social media just makes fapping just so much worse, bro, okay? As soon as I deleted social media, bro, the amount I fapped went down by like 70%, bro. Because social media, first of all, fucks up your brain, right? Because like you're literally seeing a new piece of information like every fucking 3 seconds, right? So it fucks up your attention span, it gives you brain fog, right? And in most social media nowadays, that's like softcore porn and just fucking nudes, right? So I feel like if you absolutely need to have social media, okay? Like, okay, your fucking grandma is just Facebook or something and you want to keep in touch with it, then okay, like maybe keep it, right? If you absolutely need to keep social media, I would say just fucking unfollow everybody who isn't part of your family, who isn't part of your friends, right? And try to reduce the amount that you use it as much as possible, right? Unfollow everyone who isn't part of your life. If you see some fucking nude shit, literally report it for promoting terrorism. And you should be good like that. But again, if you can just completely reduce social media, I feel like definitely hype. Alright, so next up on the list is going to be video games, and I feel like this is going to be pissing a lot of people off, because honestly, it can be S tier, it can be A tier, it can be B tier, it can be C tier. Like this heavily depends on the person. For example, me 2 years ago, quitting video games would be like S tier. Literally no questions about it, S tier, right? It would just give me such a big boost to my life. Me quitting video games now would be like C tier, right? Because I play like less than 5 hours per week anyway. So it's like C tier. So I feel like I'm definitely going to be putting it in B tier, right? Like, yeah, I'm going to be putting it in solid B tier. If you're someone who struggles on NoFap, who struggles with social media, I feel like taking a break from video games would definitely just be a positive to your life, especially because most people who play video games are usually wankers and fucking losers, right, in life. So if you're like in that whole space of playing video games, then you're going to be getting exposed to people who fucking wank and are losers in life, you know? And so it's like a feedback loop like that. So I definitely think that you're watching this, you should definitely take a few week break from video games, okay? This is what I want everybody to do, okay, who thinks that, okay, video games are trash or video games are actually good for you. Take a few weeks off, okay, take a month off, see how your life changes, right? As I said, bro, if I take a month of video games right now, it's not really gonna do anything, but me 2 years ago, it would have changed everything for me, right? So it highly depends, you know? And so I'm actually gonna put it into low A tier again, because I feel like for most people watching this, it's actually going to be more of a positive to their life than a negative. Again, bro, just quit for a month, okay? If you see that, okay, nothing really changed, then okay, go back to playing it. Alright, so next up on the list is going to be partying, and it's going to be like a C tier, right? Like in the party environment, bro, there's literally alcohol, there's drugs, there's women who are half naked, right? It's a shitty environment. It's just bad, right? Of course, you can still succeed on NoFap even though you party, but if you don't party, I feel like it will just make it much easier for you to succeed on NoFap. Partying is also one of those things similar to lack of sleep, where it basically just improves everything else in your life, right? Except maybe like your social skills and like your social life. But let's be honest, bro, if you have friends who party with you all the time, like degenerate friends for going to a fucking nightclub at like 3 a.m, then are those really people you should be keeping in your life anyway? Something to think about, you know. On my humble opinion, partying is definitely C tier. Sure, if you party like once a year, okay, then maybe it might just be like a bit higher, you know. But if you party fucking every single weekend, then like what the fuck are you doing with your life, bro? Like for me, it's definitely C tier, right? Like it definitely does not fucking help with NoFap. Alright, so next on the list is going to be porn blockers, and I know a lot of people use these, and like a lot of people would expect me to like put this very high, right? But I'm literally gonna put it into C tier, bro. Like on my humble opinion, bro, porn blockers don't do anything, right? Like okay, at least with cold showers, you're improving your life, you're improving your health. At least with exercise, you're improving your health, mental health, your stamina, reflexes, everything, right? With porn blockers, bro, all you're doing is literally just putting blinders over your eyes. It helps you to quit porn artificially, right? But the biggest problem here is that if you can quit porn by using a porn blocker, what happens when you're in the fucking school computer or something? Exactly, like you don't have a porn blocker there, right? So I feel like porn blockers definitely work for some people, right? But I feel like if you can succeed on NoFap and quit porn without using a porn blocker, it just gives you so much more confidence in yourself, because you're like, yeah, I did this without any fucking third-party help, right? So I definitely do think a C, like porn blockers might just be like low B tier. Yeah, I'm gonna put them to low B tier. Like it might work, it works slightly, like, but to me, bro, as I said, it just puts blinders over your eyes and it doesn't attack the root problem, right? Which is, why do you want to watch porn in the first place? Alright, so next up is going to be reading, and this is going to be a solid A tier. Because it highly depends on what you're reading, right? Like if you're reading some fucking school textbook, then okay, it's probably B tier or even C tier, right? If you're reading like the Easy Peasy Method or the Freedom Model, then it's definitely S tier, right? So I feel like A tier just like a solid base for it, because it highly depends on what you're reading. Our next up is going to be watching self-improvement videos, and I feel like this is going to be the top of B tier, right? Because of course, watching self-improvement videos, it helps, right? For example, you right now are watching a self-improvement video, right? So of course, like it helps slightly. It reinforces the identity of like, yeah, I'm on self-improvement, I don't fap anymore, you know, I don't do all this bullshit. But it won't make a big difference, right? Like most people who struggle on nofap obviously also watch shit ton of self-improvement videos, right? But they're still struggling on nofap. Especially at the start, this is probably like A tier, right? Like if you're new to self-improvement, if you're new to nofap, it's probably like A tier. But for most people, it's just B tier, right? Like as I said, it helps you to reinforce the identity that, yeah, I am a nofap and stuff like that. Maybe once in a while you might come across like some new information that's like useful. Other than that, definitely B tier. Next up on the list is a good social life, and this is just a solid middle of S tier, right? Most people fap because they're actually lonely in life, they have stress in life, like anything negative related, right? Like any negative emotion, any negative thoughts, right? And I feel like having supportive people around you that actually care about you, that are actually gonna help you, is definitely S tier, right? But this is also kind of like quitting video games, where like it highly depends, right? If you have fucking degenerate friends, right? Like if your best friend is a level 99 stoner, then this is probably going to be in C tier, right? But I feel like if you can have a good social life around you, then I feel like it's definitely S tier, right? And keep in mind, bro, nowadays the good social life doesn't even need to be in real life. You can literally just find people to speak to online and give each other motivation, give each other encouragement, keep each other accountable. So I definitely do feel like, especially because of the internet and you can find like-minded people on the internet, I definitely do think it's definitely solid S tier. Next up on the list is going to be speaking to women, and I feel like this is again solid bottom of S tier, right? Like of course, if getting a girlfriend is like top of S tier, then I feel like at least speaking to women is going to be bottom of S tier, because at least it helps you to build confidence in yourself. It helps you to speak to feminine women, you know, get the feminine energy around you, you know. As I said, bro, everything in S tier and A tier helps you with everything else in life also, right? So speaking to women is overall just gonna help you with life. Next up is going to be something that I created, which is going to be asking why. Definitely middle of S tier, right? Basically what this is as I said, bro, you watch porn for a reason, you fap for a reason, right? So of course, level 1 is like asking why before you fap, right? Asking why do I get the urges? Like whenever you go to a gym, ask why am I going to a gym? If you're fucking playing video games, ask yourself why am I playing video games? If you're fucking mad right now, ask yourself why am I mad? I feel like this just helps you to see the emotion for what it is. And this combined with meditation, oh yeah, bro, like you're cooking, bro. Like ain't no way you're fucking struggling on nofap again, bro. Of course, as I said, bro, meditation makes you more aware of your thoughts. It lets you analyze your thoughts. It makes you more mindful and grateful, right? So if you can ask why am I going to a gym? Why am I playing video games? Why am I recording this video? Why am I fapping? Just it helps you see the root of everything, right? And the more you do it, the better you get at it. Just like with everything in life, right? As I said, before going to a gym, before reading, before doing your assignments, right? Before going to fucking school even, then it definitely will make it much easier to ask why I fap in the first place. The root cause of everything. Now, of course, don't be a fucking dumbass, okay? If you're fucking pooping, then don't think about, oh bro, like why am I pooping? You know, like how does the poop actually come out of my asshole? Like, okay, you don't need to be that deep, okay? But like just asking why of like the day-to-day actions that you do definitely is like a big W. Also, next up is also something that I created, which is going to be taking a bloody piss. And I feel like this is an interesting one, okay? Because it doesn't really help you with anything in life, but trust me when I say, bro, this shit definitely works. This is very similar to cold showers and exercise, where it basically helps you to control the urge and remove the urge, right? But unlike cold showers or exercise, it doesn't help you with anything else in life. So on my humble opinion, definitely solid low A tier, right? Because as I said, it just gets rid of the urge temporarily, right? So it does work slightly. It does work temporarily, right? So the next time you get an urge, let's just go take a piss, bro, and you'll see that the urge is literally just gone. And this is exactly why exercise and cold showers are in high A tier. Because one thing you gotta know, bro, even if you do all these habits, but you still want to watch porn, you still will watch porn. That's why something like taking a piss, cold showers, or push-ups are only the top of the iceberg. The later half is your belief and mindset. So if you want to master the correct mindset for quitting porn, then definitely go ahead and watch this video over here. And always remember, you were born free.